I don't think everyone can, is the answer to the first question. It might sound a little bit crazy. We can only deal with a limited number of individuals, but I think we're specialists. And I think increasingly in modern practice, we're running out of actual specialists who have worked with individuals with complex challenges, complex trauma, autism and complex trauma, children, looked after children. We've seen a kind of decline in professionals really wanting to work with those individuals directly. They tend to be more consultants these days. So I think one of the reasons why I would recommend, and one of the main reasons for coming to Studio 3 Clinical Services, is that we'll be honest and authentic with you. If we don't think we can help, we'll try and signpost people to other organisations and entities. I think also where we do think we're going to help, we will engage with you. And sometimes that comes from a variety of different routes. They can come from public bodies, GP referrals. We have a whole range of families that have approached us. But we tend to not broadcast our work for confidentiality reasons. To give you a recent example, we were working quite a lot with individuals who harm themselves, self-harm, literally cut and harm themselves. We don't really broadcast that work to the world because obviously we've always been fearful of being swamped based on recommendations. But the work itself involves not just working with one individual, but systemically, working with their families, working with the individual concerned, and sometimes working with organisations and with commissioners of services who really don't understand what to do with individuals like this. So Studio 3 Clinical Services was really born out of that. We're specialists, we're niche. We have a range of professionals as well that actually support us. We have clinical psychologists, assistant psychologists, psychotherapists, and a broader network of people that we don't necessarily always directly employ as well. And our reach is pretty much in the UK, the Republic of Ireland, and a number of English-speaking countries for our clinical supports and advice, believe it or not, in Sweden and Denmark as well at the moment, and Canada. So a lot of our focus is about how we can help those individuals within their current systems. So to give you an example of that, sometimes we actually supervise and help professionals, psychologists and therapists who are stuck with working with particular individuals. In our diagnostic services, particularly in autism, we will often be a second opinion service quite often when people just don't know whether a person needs a label, which often they don't, or if they do need a label, it's inconclusive or there's conflicting information from other people. A final area that the clinical services work with in general is we do a lot of medical legal work, usually for the courts, expert testimony and expert witness work. Again, that's something we don't really want to broadcast too much because, to be quite frank, we would be swamped again.